Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Namaskar. Welcome to Hinduism in Focus. Saturday the 14th will be Seeta Jayanti. Seeta Jayanti is observed on the Naumi Tithi, that is the 9th lunar day during the bright fortnight in this month. We all know that Seeta is also known as Janaki, as she was the adopted daughter of King Janaka. For this reason, the day is also referred to as Janaki Naumi. The 9th day will begin at 1:34 a.m. early morning on Saturday the 14th of May before sunrise. We'll continue the whole day on Saturday and end at just after 3 o'clock Sunday morning before sunrise. So Seeta Jayanti is therefore on Saturday 14th. There is no doubt about this whatsoever. All our Panchangs, our Patra, the Kashika Panchanga, Bhashkar, Kaushik, my Panchanga, Drik Panchang, they all agree on this date. So let us talk a little on Seeta, the power and the glory. She is regarded as a perfect ideal of Hindu womanhood. It is said that Helen of Troy was so beautiful that her face was enough to launch 1,000 ships to fight for her. Seeta was not only beautiful, but her purity of character and all that she stood for have influenced men and women throughout the ages and will keep on doing so in the future. The great and popular Swami Vivekananda has said that nation which has created a Seeta has a respect for women above all other nations. Let us reflect a little, revise a little on Seeta's birth, how she came to be. Ravan's wickedness knew no bounds. He decided one day as he got up from his bed, you know what, the holy rishis were not paying taxes and they must pay tax like the rest of people. So what he did, he dispatched his ministers, his messengers that is, to the ashram of these saints to collect taxes. There's one saint, when the messengers went to him, he was alarmed, to say the least, but you know, he said to himself that it was not proper for the king's messenger to leave empty-handed. Whereupon he took a vial, a little bottle, and he drew some blood from his body and filled this jar, small jar, with his blood. And he gave to the messengers and he said, "We go and tell the king, Ravana that is, if this jar becomes, or if it happens to be opened, that will spell the death of Ravan and his entire family." Ravan, on hearing this, became afraid, and so he instructed his messengers, "Take this jar far away to the north and throw it away where no one will find it." Then they took it and buried it in a field of Janaka. One day as Janaka was plowing the field, the jar burst. By the plow coming in contact with it, it burst and the blood spilled out. From that blood sprung a baby, and of the rishi's blood, then a girl, baby girl. And they heard this crying, they went and found this girl, and they named her Janaki at first. But Narad Muni changed her name to Seeta. It means a furrow, you know, a row. So we will talk on the Seeta now, the power and the glory. The purity of character of Mata Seeta and all that she has stood for have influenced men and women throughout the ages and will keep on doing so. In the exile of Sri Rama from Ayodhya to the forest, Sri Rama tried every means to dissuade Seeta from accompanying him to the forest. And he said to her, "O Seeta, let this thought that you have of living in this forest be given up. For the forest life is most difficult for you, and not only difficult but very dangerous." But Seeta was adamant. She would have none of it. She argued, "O my Rama, you have taught me that a wife who is without her husband cannot live, as a body without a soul and a river without water. Even so is a lady without her husband. O my Rama, with you it is heaven, without you it will be hell." In this way, Mother Seeta pleaded with her husband. What happened? Rama had to yield to her, and he placed his hand around her, saying, "O lady, I do not desire even heaven at the cost of your distress. Follow me and be my associate in all duties." Let us look at Seeta in another role, the ascetic, the sannyasi. If you want to see Seeta in her supreme power and glory, let us look at her, meet her in the Ashoka Grove in Lanka. Let us go with Hanuman. Hanuman went there and he saw her there. And Valmiki Ramayana described her condition. It was like the beginning of spring, and the various trees of the garden has burst into bloom. Hanuman shot into the garden like an arrow. And he walked over the marble and the metal pavements. He looked at the ponds and waterway. Then Hanuman saw a lady in soiled garments, emaciated, become very thin by fasting, like a flame enveloped in smoke, due to suffering and penance and thought. This time Hanuman inferred that this lady was no other than Seeta. Here we met the tapaswini, the ascetic Seeta, indifferent to the world and indifferent to her own body. She was immersed in the thought of Rama. This tapas, this austerity, gave Seeta all the power that she had. Hanuman thought to himself, "This is the fair queen of Rama, who, though lost him physically, is not lost to his mind. This is the lady for whom Rama undergoes fourfold torment. The first torment, compassion, because she is a woman. 2, tenderness, because she is dependent upon him. 3, sorrow, because she is his wife. And 4, Rama underwent pangs of love, because she is his beloved. Her form is Rama's form. Limb for limb, they are perfect in agreement. Her heart is in him, and his in hers. Only thus does he survive, even for a moment." Thus Hanuman was thinking to himself. So as Hanuman was thinking of meeting Seeta, there entered upon the scene in the very early morning hours. He had come, Ravana. He had come to woo Seeta. Following him was a retinue of 100 women. And Ravana addressed sweet words of love to her. "Why do you hide your beautiful body like this on seeing me?" That is, have no fear, Ravana was telling her. This is the usual Rakshas conduct. Still, I do not want to force you if you do not have love. and come now, be my queen, chief among them. So what was the reaction of Sita Mata? With tears, speaking slowly, Sita replied, turn your mind away from me. Take to those who are your own. I am the devoted wife of another, born of great family. It is impossible that I should do anything improper or unworthy. How can another person's wife be yours? O Ravana, O Rakshasa, observe the conduct of good people and act according to their example. You should protect the females of others. Maybe there are no good people here for you to advise you. So Ravana was incensed about what Sita told him. So the power that was Sita, think of the incredible achievement of Sita as a captive of Ravana. If Ravana did not lay his rough hands on her and was waiting for her consent, it was not because of his good sense, but because of Sita's inner power. At one stage, she revealed, maybe unconsciously, that she had the power to reduce him into ashes. It occurred in the Sundarkand, where Valmiki refers to her as Tapaswini, a woman ascetic, a woman Swami. She told Ravana, my powers alone are enough to reduce you to ashes. If despite that I do not do so, it is because I have not gotten Rama's consent. Moreover, I have conserved my powers of my tapas. I am the wife of the great Rama. You had no power to kidnap me. If despite of that, it was because the Lord ordained it for your destruction. Such was the might of this great Sita. Sita said that it was to conserve her own tapas, one power, that she was not destroying Ravana. Her tapas, her austerity, it is believed, was suffering, so that in fullness of time, Rama might vanquish the forces of evil personified in Ravana for the Dharma Stapana, establishment of Dharma. She was not seeking her release. If she had wanted that, she could have escaped through Hanuman Swami. So all these evidences indicate that this Tapaswini, this Swami, this great woman, was not seeking Rama's mercy, not at all, though completely in his grip. She was constantly blazing in her own power and glory, and he did not molest her. She was biding her time for the fulfillment of Rama's mission in the world. So as we observe Sita Jayanti on Saturday, think about the greatness of Mata Sita and emulate some of her qualities. Saturday, the 14th of May, is Sita Jayanti, the way called Janak Naumi, and as I said, it will begin early morning on Saturday and ends on Sunday morning. So Sita Jayanti is definitely Saturday. Please join us tomorrow for another in the series, Hinduism in Focus. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.